What's up, guys? Wilbur here, and I'm bringing a commentary on Ashe. Yes, Ashe. And I should have done some research. Well, actually, she's free. She's been free for the past week or so, and I decided to try her on the last day of the champion rotation. So genius me, but it's all right. I found out she's actually pretty easy to use, and therefore she's a recommended champion. But before I talk about anything else, I'm just gonna say that just straight up, we lose this game. There's no way around that. We absolutely lose this game. But it was actually a very close game, and I don't feel like I did bad. Like, I don't want to blame my team, but I think it wasn't my fault. And overall, it was a good gameplay. But the reason why I'm uploading is mostly because this gameplay actually has a few mistakes, but at the same time it has a few like good plays that I feel are good enough to make a commentary of, and sometimes I don't know, it's just I think this gameplay was worth it. I think my build in this game wasn't the best. I go with 2 Ionic Sparks, and the reasoning behind it is so I can push bot lane a lot better. And that doesn't really work out as well as I had hoped it would. I should have sold it and get like a Phantom Dasher or something. So do not think by any means that this gameplay is gonna tell you like the perfect build for Ashe. It's just gonna tell you a build to push the minion waves effectively and just allow your team to go top, and the enemy team won't get a system from bottom since it's constantly being pushed. And look at this Ashe. Keep in mind, I have no health. She gets under the turret, she's taking turret shots, I pick up the health relic, ult her, stun her, and you got outplayed. Beautiful. I think I had like 200 health and she had full health, and I managed to turn that around. This is what I'm talking about, making the plays here. And notice I went into the bush so she wouldn't be able to target me for a few seconds. And that's just pro. I'm just pro, man. Just pro. So like I was saying, even though we do lose this game, there's a few things that are good and a few things that are bad, and a few things that I feel like a person that watches this video is going to learn from. And first of all, I know this is weird, but for some reason League of Legends has been glitching out. So every now and then, every time I play the minion, it will glitch out and I can't see the points very well. Like if you see on the map, they don't show up. I don't know if this is just me. It might be. I don't have the greatest gaming PC, but if it's not just me, I mean, I guess they gotta patch this. But the way I can tell which turrets we have is just the color of the gem. It's floating over the point. I digress. Anyway. Like I was saying, even though we do lose, this is actually a good gameplay to learn from, and it's been said that the loser of a fight learns more than the winner of a fight by Akisame. Anyway, so I'm gonna talk about Ashe very briefly, even though I don't know much about her. But I know enough to give you the overview. Ashe's Q is basically slows down target, and it just doesn't do extra damage. It doesn't do extra damage. It just slows target. That might seem like a little bit meh, but it's actually an incredible ability due to Ashe's just wonderful way of kiting enemy champions. Ashe excels at kiting enemy champions and just slowing them and singling them out with her wider range of crowd control. I can't stress enough how good Ashe is at this. And look at right here, I'm getting jumped by Xinyao, get ulted under the turret, take a couple of shots, but I wanted to kite him a little bit, but I couldn't. Now, I'm not going to go back in there because I don't want to die and give Haim a kill so that he can get fed and then push bottom. I'm just going to relax. The point, I'm not stressing over this because the point is right next to the spawn. So if needed, my team can back me up. And as you see in the chat there, I do ask for help. That's Ashe's Q in a nutshell. It's just a perfect kiting tool, incredibly effective at it. And it's just one of those abilities. Oh, it's a toggle ability, which I think is weird, which means you have to press Q in order for it to activate. Usually that's kind of annoying in my opinion, because sometimes you don't remember whether you have it on and off, and eventually you run out of mana. So keep an eye on that. A way that you can tell whether it's toggled on or off is Ashe's bow and arrow will start glowing or start like sparkling a little bit. So that's how you can usually tell. Ashe's Q is called volley, and basically she throws I think it's like 8 arrows. I don't know. She throws a few arrows in front of her in a cone, so sort of like Mordekaiser's E, or I don't know, Kassadin's E. And it slows down and damages targets that it hits. So that's very good. It's a very good ability to hit multiple enemies and to start kiting. It has a fairly high cooldown, but then again, Ashe doesn't rely a lot on her ability. She's more of a damage dealer. Ashe's E, it's called Hawk Shot or something like that. And oh, fail alt. I can't. Oh, that was just embarrassing. And right here, I get kind of greedy because I see Heim very like low. Look at that. And then I go through the turrets, Heim's turrets, and then I go through the actual turret, and I start getting hit. And it was just. It's one of those things that when you play League of Legends and you're doing good and you're going for a kill, you get super greedy and you just want the kill, and it just doesn't work out very well. So usually just let it be, man. Just let it be. Like, just go back, relax, and then just plan your strategy accordingly. So Ashe's E is basically it reveals a certain area of the map, and you can activate it. It has a very long range, so if you want to reveal a certain part, you can just activate it, and it will tell you if there's enemies nearby. So that's a very good ability. The downside is it does have a very high cooldown, and you don't need it for the minion, because in the minion, I'd say the majority of the map is revealed. Well, not really, but usually you don't need to reveal anything. Keep in mind, this does not reveal stealth champions. This won't reveal Evelynn. This won't reveal Teemo. It will just reveal bushes. So, you know, there's a certain utility to it, and maybe I don't know. It's not very useful in the minion, so I don't pick it up unless I have to. So, you know, there's that. By the way, notice the reason why I got Ionic Spark is, first of all, because I think it's a good item. It gives me health, and that is Ashe's major issue is health, and it also gives me attack speed, which I think is essential on every AD carry and on Ashe for that matter. And pro arrow right there, slowing Signal, you're not going anywhere. And Heim, he doesn't stand the chance. Like even though Jax is walking away, Heim just decided to walk away as well, and it just let me get a few hits on him. If he would have actually contested the fight, he could have probably won, but he decided to run away, which wasn't the smartest thing. Ashe's ult is basically a skill shot global ult. When you think of that, usually Israel comes to mind, or Lux, even though Lux isn't fully global. Now, this ult is awesome. This ult causes damage, decent amount of damage, not incredible. It does, I think, 400. I barely remember. I don't know what rank. I think it might be like first or second rank. But it does about 400. And look at me, slowing Signal, not allowing him to hit 3 Talon Strike on Katarina. And right now, here's where Ionic Spark comes in handy. I basically eliminated the minion wave with like 2 hits. Now we gotta defend. We gotta defend like mofos. And I don't remember if I make it or not. I don't have my ult, so I can't stun him under the turret. But Katarina is just boss. Good job. Heim gets a turret hit, and I don't think we're gonna get him because we don't feel like letting the tower fall to minions. So there's that. Anyway, talking about the ult. The ult does a decent amount of damage, and it's global. Now, the fact that it's global, it's a good thing, and it's a terrible thing. First of all, it's a good thing because it means you can help teammates that are way across the map. Second, but the bad thing is, it's just so hard to land. It's a very, very difficult skill shot to land, especially across the map. But usually the fact that it's a global ult, it encourages players to use it. And players usually don't really land it, and that's a bad thing. So usually you should save Ashe's ult for moments like this. So he gets exhausted, he gets ultied, and he basically stands no chance. Now the difference between this ult and Israel stun is Israel stun has a bigger, it's a bit wide, it's a bit wider, I guess. Yeah. So it can deal multiple targets, and it goes through targets. Ashe's ult basically blows up with the first enemy it hits, and after that I think it causes enemies around the target hit to slow. and it's not as wide, so the chances of hitting people are a bit slimmer than with Israel's ult. But it's just a major form of crowd control and a good finishing move for somebody who's running away. Obviously, I think Israel's ult is a lot better than Ashe's, but Ashe's, due to its like crowd control effects, it's very good on the minion, and you can actually interrupt captures when they're capping your opponent. You can use your ult. Not only will you stop the capture, but you'll stun him for a few seconds, allowing your team to reach the enemy and just decimate him. Build. I'm gonna talk about the build. I've tried a few different builds. Please don't go with the build I go for this game, because half of the items I think aren't correct. The recommended item for Ashe when it comes to movement is Boots of Speed, which is perfectly understandable. She's very squishy, and usually she gets focused down in most games. So that's, no argument there. If you want to go for Boots of Speed, I highly recommend you do. Now, I'm going for like damage, so I pick Berserker's Greaves, because I think it's a great AD carry item. I don't know. I think it's just a good item overall, so I go for the attack speed. Another global ult. This misses completely, so don't even watch it. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. The fact that it's a global ult, you feel the need to use it to help teams across the map, and that's usually not what you want to do. What's gonna happen is you'll probably miss it, and as a result, you don't have your ult. You're gonna get in a 1v1 situation, and you're gonna end up dead, just like now. I can't believe I didn't kill him. And this is what I'm talking about. If I would have had my ult, this would have been an easy kill. But the fact that I used it across the map and it completely missed is just terrible. So this is what I'm talking about when I say you can actually learn from this gameplay. This is a very educational gameplay, I feel. So the second item I usually go for is a Phantom Dancer. I picked up my second item, and this one I picked up. Oh, actually, since this is the minion, I pick up. My first two items are Vampiric Scepter for the lifesteal and give me a little bit of sustain, and the Berserker's Greaves. So after that, in this gameplay, I picked up the Ionic Spark. Why? Because I'm bottom, and since I'm bottom, I need to push up bottom lane so that the person bottom needs to defend their tower and therefore can't go top and assist. Meanwhile, I can actually go top and assist. Excuse me. Usually I would get a Phantom Dancer. I feel like Phantom Dancer is a lot better. It's actually a must item for pretty much every other AD carry. So my second item would be a Phantom Dancer. My third item, I would rush the Bia Sword and then get a Sanguine Blade. From there on, I would decide whether I need more sustain or I need more damage. If I need more damage and attack speed, I will get the Black Cleaver. If I just need the attack speed and they don't really have a lot of armor, then getting a Black Cleaver is not really worth it. So I'll just rush the Infinity Edge. And once I get my Infinity Edge, I will decide whether I need more attack speed, which usually is what happens, or more sustain. Because let's face it, 2 Sanguine Blades pretty much are just done. And right here, I don't remember. Yeah, Jax gets the kill on Zane. Notice that I held on to my ult until he was under the turret, and that is usually what you want to do. Due to Ashe's wider range of crowd control, that's what you want to do. You want to use him to your advantage. Ashe is just a very good champion, I feel like. But if you're like me and you're not really good at kiting, you're not gonna have the greatest games. I'm actually terrible at kiting. I am actually starting to learn right now. I don't usually go AD carry. I usually play tanks, so I'm trying out like AD carries and bruisers. And look at, I'm not dying. And this is another thing I'm talking about. I want that kill. I want to kill him. I don't want him to get away with it. But that is not something you do. And I feel like that's sort of an effect that happens to gamers playing League of Legends. When you're doing good, and you're doing fairly good on your 1v1 situations, you kind of feel like you can take more than one, and you want to go for kills. You feel basically invincible. And that is not something you want to do. That is not going to work out for you most of the time. So you need to relax. You need to analyze, really analyze the situation, and see how it's beneficial to you. So what I did there was not beneficial at all. As a result, they got their point back. They're capping our point now. We gave them a kill, and Heimerdinger still lived. So you need to really, really balance out what you're doing. Right here, they're just screwed. Like, me and Jax are just doing, like, damage, basically. And I don't feel the need to ult unless he, like, flashed away or something. So there you go. Double kill for me. Poor Jax, I know he probably deserved at least one of those kills, but you know, shit happens. Now in the minion, I usually go with a heal ignite. However, I don't I don't really need the heal with Ashe because most of the time I won't even nice ult right there if I do say so myself. Most of the time with Ashe you will die instantly if you get focused down, which I don't know why they're not doing. If you get focused down, you will die pretty much instantly. So you don't really need heal with Ashe. You need flash. You need a way to get out of the fray of the battle, reposition yourself, and start kiting. So I can't stress enough how important it is to pick flash with Ashe. And right here, checking the bush, making sure I'm not getting flanked, because I do know that Xing Yao and Kate are going for my point. Now I know I'm screwed. I know I'm screwed. If they decide to tower dive, I know I'm screwed. So I'm gonna try to get at least one of them. And Kate, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna make it. And Xing Yao, can I get Xing Yao? Oh my God, the turret's hitting him. Nope, here comes Heimer. I'm not gonna make it. So now they're gonna try to cap the point. And Jax, oh Jax, you were doing so good, man. He just led the Heimer. This is what I'm talking about. He wants the kill. He really wants the kill. He thinks he deserves the kill, and so he's gonna go for the kill. And as a result, we lose bot. I'm not blaming this completely on Jax. I'm just saying that was lack of he did not think this one through. Let's just say that he didn't think this one through. Now Heimer gets to set up. He gets to put his turrets down, and just every second that they have that turret matters. Now, as you look at the score, we're actually winning. But due to the fact that this glitched out, I can't really tell which points we have. But all I know is that we're winning. And the reason why we're winning is because we capped top. And later on, this turns around because I believe Heim pushes bottom, and then he gets to go top. And that's how they cap top. But I'll talk about it in due time. Now, usually, like I was saying, I pick heal and ignite. Ignite is not really necessary on Ashe because they're not. Ignite is one of those things that most people use to finish an enemy. Oh, by the way, due to the fact that bottom is pushed, I think I'm gonna go top. Help out top. You know, be a good Samaritan. Now, ignite is usually used as a finishing move, so I don't need it due to the fact that I have crowd control and I can just let him stay back and just push him slowly. And look at this damage. No, you're not going anywhere. Boom, get killed. Boom, double kill. And another double kill for me. That's 2 double kills. And however, I do notice that there was only 2 people top. So as a result, there's 2 people bottom capping. So that was my bad. I should have actually stayed bottom. I assumed the responsibility right here, and I need help. And Katarina is kind enough to actually come and help me. Now, right here, I'm trying to eliminate Heimer's turrets because they are the most annoying part about him. And Kate, look at Kate. Kate, you got nothing. Why? She could, if she would have stayed and wait for Heimer's turrets to do some damage, she could have probably gotten me, but she didn't. So what was it? Oh, I also pick exhaust because to gain more distance. Basically, Ashe is happy when she has distance between her and her target. As long as she's turning around and slowing her target and getting some free hits on him, he is fine. Which is the reason why I pick exhaust and flash. I can flash away from my target. I can exhaust them so they get even slower and they can't do necessary damage in case they have some sort of gap closure ability like Jax's Leap or Xing Yao's E, which I completely forgot the name. So it's overall a great ability. And look at this. Bottom is pushed. I think it's time to make the plays. Heim, where are you going? Notice the route I take. It's always good to remember that the exit of the spawn is always hidden by the Fog of War. So that's a double kill. I go back to the Fog of War. Kate thinks I'm gone. Hey, Kate, what's up? You're not going anyway. Triple kill. Now, I'm looking for the Quadra like crazy. However, I do notice that they're both top. So I'm just like, God damn it. So no Quadra kill for me. I think I get an unofficial Quadra because I do go and kill someone up here. I think York. But it's a shame. I really wanted a Quadra. I remember that. Now, right here, Rengar is kind enough to engage. I exhaust Yorick to make sure he doesn't run away. And I flash in just to secure the kill. I could have just gotten away with it with basically the exhaust because I do know that Rengar has Bola Strike, which slows the target. But I felt like in case he tried to run away somehow, because he does have Omen of Famine, which slows the target. So I don't think I could have made it. And right here, she knows she's screwed. Kate, she knows she's screwed, so she tries to fight me. and she actually did a lot of damage. I believe she had a black cleaver at this point. So I'm just gonna try to push bottom. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna try to push bottom. Katarina is capping bot like a mouse, and we're just trying to do our best. And I agree, Jax, AP Jax plus Ashe is strong indeed. And Kate is just doing a terrible job with the traps, if I can say that. And boom, damn it, that kill steal, damn it. And that was terrible of me. I wanted the kill steal, and I know, it's terrible. But look at here, noob heal from Kate, and she picks up the kill on me. Luckily, Katarina actually gets the kill, even though if she would have stayed, I could have probably lived. But I digress. So we once again capture bottom, and we have map dominance. Now, right here, if you look at my build, you can tell I have a pickaxe, which means I'm going for an infinity edge, and I have about 25. I believe I need 28 more to get the infinity edge. What I should have done is sell one of the ionic sparks. I don't know why I didn't do it. It was completely stupid of me. I wasn't thinking straight, and I apologize if the stupidity of this situation makes your head hurt. I am legitimately sorry. What I should have done is sell both Ionic Sparks, get a Phantom Dancer, an Infinity Edge, and I would have been practically unstoppable pentakill Ashe. I didn't do that. The reason why is I feel like I'm bottom and I'm not going to get a lot of action, but as it turns out, there's a lot of action bottom. I know, it's retarded. And right here, I am dead as a doornail. There is absolutely nothing I can do to turn the situation around. I don't have my ult. If I would have had my ult, I could have hit it on Signal and probably try to run for it. But I did not make it, and Caitlyn hit me with her ult. So there was literally nothing I could do. All I could do was stall them for at least 3 seconds, which I think is what I lasted there, and then just try to do the best with it. And why would you do that? Why would you feed Heimer like this? Now he just got a triple kill. That's what I'm talking about. You don't go for kills. You gotta analyze the situation. I know I sound stupid saying that, considering I haven't done the best decision making in this game, but you gotta really think about it. Now I got my Infinity Edge. I'm doing more damage. I can pretty much 1v1 Kate, so I'm not going to get killed by her as easily. And where are you going? Damn it! Fine, you win this round, Kate. And it's coming down to those few seconds. The game is tight as hell. 36-39 at their favor. What can we possibly do? We got to cap top. We really got to cap top. So I'm going to go and help Jax. Jax gets a kill. Oh, but he is outnumbered. I believe he's fighting 2 people. He gets a second kill. I use my ult and allow Axe to take the triple kill. And if you read the chat, Jax was actually very thankful that we actually got that. Now we don't have enough time. I try to cap this point. What I should have done is probably go top and try to cap top, but I didn't think I had enough time, so I wanted to secure this point and slow down the timer. As it turns out, the timer did not slow down, and our people bottom were not able to capture bottom due to Kate's immense damage output. So we lost out of sheer stupidity. So, you know, it's one of those games that I hope you learned something. I hope you kind of enjoyed a few I guess you could say accidental tips, because even though this didn't go the way it was supposed to, it was actually a pretty good game and very nice. So props to the enemy team. Well guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay and you learned a few things. Peace.